Welcome back to our special Queensland rolling coverage of Cyclone Debbie and the aftermath of this intense weather system. We do have a storm chaser joining us on the phone right now. Justin Noonan, a very big few days for you. What have you seen out there?
Good morning. Yeah, it has been a very big few days. We've been in Airlie Beach for the last 24 to 48 hours. We've had no power and we've had wind speeds of over 220 kilometres an hour rip through this region, which has snapped several large trees, uprooted trees. There's bits of roofing across the road. There are yachts smashed into rocks and up on the beach, and it's pretty sad to see such a beautiful area impacted like this.
Justin, it's Shane Doherty. What makes you do what you do?
Yeah, good question. A lot of people think that we're a bit crazy. This stems from a fascination when I was younger, and it's turned into a passion. And yeah, so it's just something I love doing. It's unfortunate when these events do impact people, though. The perfect storm for us is obviously out in the open somewhere. That sadly these things can't be avoided, as Mother Nature likes to show us how small and insignificant that we are at times.
We're looking at some of your pictures now, and they do show some of the awesome power of this storm. How much danger are you prepared to put yourself in to get those pictures?
A calculated risk at times. I'm not too crazy in regards to going outside if I think it's too dangerous. I mean, always err on the side of caution because particularly with any tornadoes or cyclones like this, flying debris can impact you quite dramatically, whether or not it's a rock or a piece of sheet metal. It's going to do a lot of damage, so you've got to be very vigilant and very smart with your actions.
Justin, have you covered other cyclones, and how does Debbie compare?
For me, this is actually my first cyclone. I normally go chasing tornadoes in America, but we teamed up with a great crew from Townsville called Oz Cyclone Chasers. They're basically the best cyclone chasers in the country, and we all came together. And then Debbie, speaking to a lot of those guys, it's one of the most powerful systems they've seen impact the east coast of Queensland. So it's been a very big few days.
Do you make money off the pictures that you take?
You try to, and you hope that you can. You've got to get the right footage for it. It's a bit of a catch-22 at times, but you do hope to when you're on the road.
There are some people who are suggesting that there ought to be a code of conduct among those of us who go out to collect the news in order to make sure that we stay safe and don't take silly risks. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, really. I mean, anything you do in life, there's a risk. I mean, driving a car down the road, you could have an accident. It's just all about being smart, I suppose, and seeking the best refuge you possibly could, particularly something like this if it's going to be filmed. Just being very vigilant and aware of what's around you. Like, obviously, if you're doing something that's around buildings that are susceptible to collapsing or breaking apart, you're obviously putting yourself at a major risk where you can do it from a well-sheltered area, or, sometimes even less ideally, I suppose, in a more of an open paddock. There's less chance of any type of flying debris impacting you.
Can you describe some of the damage that you've seen, where it is, what it is?
Yeah. Well, obviously here at Airlie Beach, from our balcony we can see over on the harbour, and we went around this morning, and there's some massive yachts that have broken away from their moorings. They've been tossed up on the beach. We had a yacht yesterday right near us that got smashed up onto the rocks and just disintegrated. We have all sorts of roofing debris scattered across the roads. There are just palm trees snapped in half. There are trees uprooted and tossed. Power lines are down. It's really quite devastating.
Justin, we have seen incredible, unbelievable pictures all out of that North Queensland area. From everything that you have seen, what do you think will be the most enduring image for you?
Probably, I've seen some images come from Shute Harbour just around the corner here, which is very devastating. And the ones that I've seen come from Daydream Island and Hamilton Island. They're probably the more extreme ones, and obviously they're quite upsetting to see of how it's affected some of these tourist areas who rely so heavily on that for income. It certainly breaks your heart, and seeing people's livelihoods get punished and even washed away at times, it's very sad.
Thanks, Justin. That's Justin Noonan joining us there from North Queensland, and those were some of his pictures, a storm chaser who has gone out in the elements.